as LDS Prepper. You can find me on my YouTube channel at ldsprepper.com. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me just check my audio here. Today is going to be a bit different than any other videos that I've done before because I'm going to be sharing things with you that I've never shared before. Just a second. You never know what you guys are hearing, so let me just make sure I am live and that you guys can hear me. If you guys can hear me, please give me a thumbs up.
Before you start planning your route.
Let's see, let's skip that. Okay, and make sure. Okay, looks like we are live. Thank you very much for being here. Good morning, Chris and others. This is kind of a different presentation, but it's probably one of the most important ones you might be seeing as far as protecting yourself and your family from danger. So this channel is about preparedness, and I've been focusing for years on gardening and living off the grid, water filtration systems, and so forth. And so if you're looking for how to be self-reliant, definitely come over and take a look at my YouTube channel at ldsprepper.com and check out my store at ldsprepperstore.com. But today is about how you can protect your family for free. Now, I have several hundred, maybe $1,000 worth of items here in front of me that I paid for, that I'm going to show you how you can get the same quality equipment without paying anything. And so getting prepared has a cost. I see this light is kind of shining in my eyes. I don't know what to do about that, but apologize for that. I'm trying to get a light so that it's not too dark in here. Let me turn that off and see what it looks like. Okay, that works. Turn the light off. All right. This may be a video that you want to share with your friends and family. Times seem to be changing. They seem to be getting more violent. And so I think we need to be proactive. I will be comments in here and questions, and so feel free to post anything that you have regarding questions here in the chat. Good to see everybody here this morning. So prepare yourself and your family so that you're not victims, so you're not a target. Probably the most important, and I have several items here and links of equipment that you can get for absolutely free. That cost me a lot of money that you don't have to pay any money for other than the shipping. But the most important thing I want you to understand today is the Cooper color code of preparedness, of the Cooper color code of awareness. And this right here, just this right here, could save your life and keep you out of danger. So let's just talk about this for a few minutes before we get into the things that you might want to carry on in case you are in black or red. So color code white is when you're unaware. You're going to the mall and you're looking at your phone or you're chatting or you're just not kind of paying attention to what's going on, and you may walk right up to a dangerous situation, and you may not be aware of it until you're already in it. Please, the most important thing I can tell you today is never be in white. How many times have you been walking and you look up and all of a sudden somebody's there and you didn't even realize that they were there? It could be a family member, it could be, something, or you do a post, so forth, because you're looking at your phone or you're not paying attention, and that puts a great big sign around you. Say, hey, here's an easy target. So most importantly today is don't make yourself a target. Don't look like a target. Have your head up, be looking around, and so forth. And that's what we call color code yellow, that you're aware. And this is where my wife, my family, my children, we live in the yellow. And yellow is a very safe, comfortable position to live in. We are aware of our environment. Before I walk through a door, this one thing you can do, just practice here in your home. Before you walk through a doorway, just look left and right and then walk through. As you're walking out of your bedroom, as you're walking out of your bathroom, as you're walking out of your office door, just practice this so it becomes a natural thing. We get comfortable in our own environment, things that we're familiar with, and so we let our guard down, and that's what evil people are counting on, is that you're not aware. So as you step through, just look left and right, and be looking, not just kind of scanning, but look and then walk through. Something else I do is when I pull, if there's anybody just kind of loitering, standing around, not look, they kind of look out of place, and maybe I don't want to park there. I'll go around to the other side. When I walk through the door in a store, before I walk in the door, I'm looking through the door and making sure that there isn't anybody rushing out with a 72-inch TV and a gun in one hand. So just be aware. I'm not alert. I am alert, but I'm not afraid. I'm just aware of what's going on. So where I find that I fall short of this is in my own home, on my own property, where I'm going out to open up the greenhouse, or I'm going out to feed the quail, and I'm just walking into the garage. Well, somebody could have walked into the garage. We would have known because the home alarm system would have told us that door was open. But anyway, just be aware. Have your head up, your eyes up. Look like you know what you're in control. Don't be looking like a victim. Okay? The next thing is now that you have your head up and you're looking around and you see something might be out of place, now you're alert. Okay? You're in color orange. And you go, hey, that guy over there looks a little questionable. This couple over here is having a very loud argument. Maybe I want to avoid that. I'm going to avoid this guy over here. And you just walk yourself out of that situation. Once you are aware that there is a situation, just walk away from it. Get away from danger. Don't put yourself in that danger. So you don't have to take Krav Maga and jiu-jitsu and firearms training and knife training and all these other things if you're never in danger. Now, I can't tell you that you'll never be in danger, so I do recommend training for sure. But if you do see danger, now you're alert. Okay, now you're looking for what do I need to do to get out of here? Now, it's interesting because when my wife and I sit down in a restaurant, she knows that I'm facing the doors. She knows that I'm facing the traffic areas. And when we sit down, I know that there's an exit door over here. I know that that's the main entrance over there. When we sit in church, we sit in a location where if we need to get out of that building quickly, we're by an exit and I can get my wife and myself out. So be aware of your surroundings and how to get out of that situation. For some reason, guys are more aware of it than gals. Maybe it's just the wiring. We are wired different. And or maybe it's just that we have that protection mode built into us. And so be aware and be aware how to get out of that situation. Now the shady-looking guy over here is now following you. Okay, you've started backing out and you've gone down a different aisle or in the store or whatever. Now this guy's following you, and now you're in alarm mode. Okay, you realize that there possibly is an imminent attack, something's going to happen to you. Now, you'll see some horrific assault videos at gas stations. Gas stations are just a really easy target. I've been approached a couple times at gas stations. Once I was not aware of the threat. The other time I was, and both situations turned out fine. But for some reason, gas stations are notorious for attacks. So when you start saying, okay, there is a problem here, now you have to start processing, what do I need to do? What can I do here because there is an imminent threat. So the first thing that I would do is I would make a lot of noise. Hey, you, get out of here. Or whatever it is that you need, you stop where you are. You get everybody's attention around you. Everyone's going to bring up their cell phones and they're going to start videoing. No one's going to come to your rescue probably. I don't understand the mentality there, but people want to videotape it so they can have their 15 seconds of fame on YouTube or something. But anyway, make a lot of noise. I would rather be safe than embarrassed. All right? So when somebody approached me at the gas station, I said, stop where you are. I put mine up and I was very loud. And I said, I don't know you. Stop where you are. What do you want? And he was a panhandler, and he wanted some money. I said, sorry, I don't have anything here for you. Get away from me. And he backed off. But I took a command position. I'm 6'2". I'm alert. I stand erect. My shoulders are back. It doesn't look like I don't know what I'm doing. But at that time, I was just focusing on getting the gas in my car, and I looked like anybody else. The last section here is black, and black is okay. I've done everything I could. I was aware. I tried to get out of the threat. I tried to stop the threat vocally, and now game's on. Okay, what am I going to do to protect myself? And you will fall to your lowest level of training at that point. Okay, so you need to have a lot of training. My wife and I have our children, and we have a lot of hundreds of hours of firearms training. I have edge weapon training, hand-to-hand combat training, and so forth. But at some point, there may be an engagement. So what do you do at that point? Well, I want to share some things that I carry with me, things that I purchased that are always with me. Okay, they're just here, and I have lots of training, and I spend a lot of training every day with. First of all, I don't know if the majority or just a high percentage of people are attacked in their homes, and a lot of times it's at night. So I recommend a headlamp. Now, this particular headlamp, and I'm using this, matter of fact, the other night when I was bringing some new bees into my honeybee apiary, and of course, I'm wearing it and I'm moving it up and down, and I'm adjusting the brightness and trying to get it to work. So I don't remember what this was. It was like, I don't know, $45 or so for 3 of these. I found actually a much better one for you. It's free. You just pay any of these items. They're all going to be absolutely free. You just pay the shipping cost. So instead of spending $45, or I even have another headset that was like $65, you can get one that's free. And the one that I like, this one that I'm going to recommend to you, you can find at ldsprepper.com/headlamp. And all the links for these are below this video. But anyway, this has a band that goes around your head. And the thing that I have a problem with these is that I have kind of a narrow beam of light. The one that I'm recommending to you that is absolutely free has a strip of LED lights that go 210 degrees around your head. And so it just kind of sends this nice, bright, either 100 lumens or 200 lumens light around you. And so it increases your peripheral vision. So my concern with this here in the house is that I don't see enough going out to the side of me. With this other headlamp, it's super compact, really light, doesn't take up very much room at all, is that it sends out lots of light all the way around. And so you'll be able to be much more aware of what's going on. You can keep that in your purse. I keep my headlamp next to me on my bed in case I need to get up in the night and see what's going on in the house. I like a headlamp because my hands are free. That means I can be working with my other tools as I need to, and I'm good to go. So that's what I would recommend. First thing, it's going to help you with your awareness. Remember code YELLOW, be aware. It's going to help you be aware what's going on in your environment. So you can pick that up at no cost at ldsprepper.com/headlamp. I've done a lot of research this last week to find things that I use that you don't have to spend all the money that I spent getting things that are quality and that you can get very easily and just pay the shipping. Something else that I carry is a tactical pen. Now you can see this pen is pretty beat up. That's because I literally carry this with me everywhere. Now it is a pen, right? There's the pen right there. And I have taken this on airplanes, every single airplane, no problem at all. In my backpack, my carry-on backpack, if it's in, I usually have it here in my pocket. I'll just lay it in the tray if I don't have it in my backpack, and with my cell phone and so forth, it goes through the scanner. No one has ever questioned me about this pen. Matter of fact, when I was in Russia a few years ago, I took this pen with me into the Kremlin when we went on a tour of the Kremlin. No one, of course, they scanned everything, but it is a pen. That's exactly what it is. It's a pen. And so if you don't ever want to be without a pen, get yourself a tactical pen. Now, this tactical pen is designed so that if someone comes up to attack you, you have a non-lethal, potentially non-lethal device here that you can save yourself. Now, there's actually a better one, and this one was, I don't know what it was, I forget what it cost, but the one I'm going to recommend for you, you can get at ldsprepper.com/pen, actually has a glass break module on it, and is a better pen. But at any rate, I know of a gentleman who was walking down the street with his wife, and he was in code yellow. Then he was in code orange. He saw a guy, I don't know what it is with hoodies, but anyway, this guy behind him with a hoodie, and he started following them, and he had his tactical pen in his pocket. He just pulled his tactical pen out and got it ready and kind of held it out. I mean, you can't see it because the camera doesn't go that low, but he was held it out so the guy could see that he had something in his hand, and the guy with the hoodie just kind of veered off and went a different direction. So just by having this on you, and it looks like a simple pen, can again help you avoid having to engage. Now, if you do engage, there's a couple things you want to do. And at this point, when they're engaging you, your life is threatened, and you need to protect your life. So you want to inflict as much pain as possible for them to go, hey, I don't need this pain, and I'm out of here. The best place to do this is right in the neck or the face area. These areas are very sensitive, and so a couple of those, or as many as you need, and then you're out of there. Okay, you're gone. Again, get yourself a tactical pen. It's not going to cost you anything but a few dollars in shipping, and always have it with you. I'm surprised at how many people don't carry a pen with them nowadays. You ask somebody for a pen, and it's like, I don't have a pen, I got a cell phone. Cell phone's not going to save your life. You call someone on 911 on your cell phone, and it's minutes till they get there, and it's seconds when the event is over. So, ldsprepper.com/pen. I just keep this in my pocket. Now, I have a couple things that I keep on me. I keep a knife, okay? So on one side of me, I have a knife. On the other side, I have the tactical pen. So one in each pocket. Let's talk about a knife. This was a gift to me. This is, forget what brand it is. Benchmade. It's a very nice knife, very expensive knife, But you can get actually even well, I don't know if it's better, but certainly has a knife, and I don't have a link for this yet. I'll put this later. But another knife that I recommend, you can get at no cost except for shipping, has a belt clip on it. This one can go either side. Okay, it's a foldable blade, so it meets all the laws in all 50 states for having a foldable blade. The one I recommend to you actually has a glass break module on it. You can just grab it and hit your glass. So if you're in a car accident and you need to break glass, or if you're in a building and you need to get to the fire extinguisher and you have to break the glass, it's got a glass break module on it. And then it also has a seatbelt cutter right here. So you can just go across the seatbelt, cut that seatbelt off if you're stuck in the car. So it's much more practical than this. This was a gift, and I appreciate it a lot. It's a very nice knife. I keep this on my what's called support side. The reason is I can still carry firearm, and so I'm left-handed. My left hand is taking care of my primary weapon, which is my firearm, and my secondary weapon is going to be my knife. So that's why it's on my support side. So also on my strong side is my pen, because I don't. That's not my first choice of a weapon, depending on the situation. So either it's going to be my firearm or it's going to be this. My backup is the knife. So if you're looking for a knife, it's a nice knife. I'll put a link down there, and it's got an American flag on it. It's just a really nice looking knife, but it's a very well-designed, smart knife. I mentioned this last week on the call. If you haven't seen how to protect your food storage from others, I'll put a link down below this video, and I encourage you to watch that video too. This is a great flashlight. As you can see, it's very bright. I forget how many lumens it has. It's got a lot of lumens on it. And it has another kind of a hidden secret in it as a self-defense item, and that is it's also a stun gun. Okay. So this stays by my bed. I also recommend that you have one in the car. Whoa, drop it. It is scary, okay? Drop it in your purse. Now, what I wanted to show you is I have it on taser mode or stun gun mode right now, and there's a safety switch right back here. So in everyday use, it's completely safe. The stun gun is turned off. You can turn the light on. There's no problem. I'm pushing the button for the stun gun, and nothing's happening. Okay? So for everyday carry, it's perfectly safe. If you're in that orange mode and you need to start getting prepared for a possible encounter, then you just move the switch here, the safety switch, to stun, and then you're ready to go. I know a lot of people have these. It's just a very smart thing to have. It's something like 4.5 million. I don't know. Anyway, just take this out and do this. If someone's, before you have to engage, and that alone may stop them from approaching you. If they do approach you and you do need to use this, the best place is directly on the skin. For 1 second probably is enough to get them jarred back and get you out of there. If that doesn't do it, 3 seconds is pretty much going to cramp them up, and you'll be able to get out of there. I think every man and woman should have one of these. It's a dual-purpose item. It's great. You can when we walk out to the greenhouse at night to turn things off, I got my flashlight here. And if I need to, I can flip that safety off and put it on to the stun gun mode. So ldsprepper.com/flashlight will get you this. Definitely something to keep by the bedstand, in the car, in your purse, and it's a good device to have. I'll just put it that way. The whole idea here is to stop the threat. regardless of what tools you're using, you want to stop the threat. You don't want to take a life. You want to protect your life, and you don't want to take their life. At some point, it may escalate to where you're having to take a life to save your life. But even with a firearm, the whole point of a firearm is to stop the threat, not to take a life. All right, so we talked about 4 things so far. The headlamp with the wraparound LED, you can get that. We talked about the tactical pen, highly recommend that. The knife, and also the stun gun flashlight, a great tool. Let me see what else I have here. All right, so those are non-lethal items. The next item is a belly band holster. Now let me just move the down here so you can see. All right, so this is how I'm normally dressed, and you can't tell. There's no printing here. I don't have. You can't see a firearm, but right under here I have a firearm. Okay. Now this firearm is loaded. It's always loaded, and there's always a round in the chamber. But what I mean, even with a tucked-in shirt, I could have a tucked-in shirt. Let me just tuck this in. This isn't a tucked-in shirt, but with a fanny, with the belly band holster, you can completely tuck your shirt in, and there we go. And no one's going to be able to tell that you have a gun on you. Okay. You have immediate access to your gun there. I like a belly band. Here's the belly band. It also has, I also carry an extra mag on here so that, if I need it, I have it. But let me just show you why I like belly bands. First of all, I'm all about concealed carry. Nobody can see that I've got a firearm on me. If I'm dressed up and I've got my shirt tucked in, nobody sees that. There's no clip on my belt or anything like that. If I'm dressed casual and the shirt's hanging out, it's all good. Something I like about a belly band is that this is my everyday carry. If you guys want more information on firearms, let me know in the chat. This isn't a firearms channel, but if you want more information, I'll be glad to help you out. But this firearm here is my everyday carry. It's a Sig Sauer P365xl. And the reason why I like it is because I'm able to put a red dot on it. It has a good capacity here in the magazine. And so I like that. But one thing I've done is, I've purchased, I first started out with a LCP, little pistol. And then my favorite gun is the FN. It's a great gun, but it's pretty big. That's a full-size gun. It carries 20 rounds. Obviously not legal in California. Then the Shield, Smith & Wesson Shield, is also a favorite of mine. Before I had the Sig Sauer P365xl, I had the 320, which has the laser on it, which I like too. Has a nice capacity of magazine, has 15 rounds. A little heavy to carry for concealed carry. But what I like about a belly band is I can buy one belly band. Actually, you can get this one at no cost. And regardless of what it is. So here's my Sig 365xl. And it'll fit right into the belly band, just like that. Okay? No problem. Done. Okay? I take that out. If I want to carry maybe a smaller gun, lighter gun, this is what my wife carries, is the Smith & Wesson Shield. This happens to have a light and a laser on it. Same holster, right there, done. I didn't have to buy a second holster. I just saved myself a lot of money. I have a box full of holsters. So with the belly band, you don't have to worry about that. I could carry the FN, the full-size FN. I mean, that's a 5.5-inch barrel. I don't know how long that is. And it fits right in there. Look at that. Okay? Same belly band. No, I didn't have to buy another $100 holster for a full-size gun. If I have a little, a small handgun like this goes in there too. This is really more my backup gun. This is in my ankle holster. We'll talk about that here in a second. It doesn't make any difference what you carry. You got one holster that works for everybody, and I use and for every firearm that you have. Okay. Another thing I like about it a lot is that it also holds extra magazines. So I showed that to you here before. That goes right here. And so if I need a magazine, I can just reach in here and grab the magazine. Something else I like is as I have kind of gone through this process of how to protect myself and my family. What do I carry? Do I carry in appendix? Do I carry it on the side? Well, with the belly band, I'm just put this on the outside so you can see. On the belly band, I can carry appendix. I can carry kind of up front here, like 2 o'clock. I can carry at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Okay, it doesn't make any difference. Something else. So it's as you're trying to figure out how you want to carry. This allows you to kind of figure out what works for you, without having to buy a myriad of holsters. Like I have unbelievable hundreds of dollars worth of holsters, and either I'm carrying this clip holster here, which has the mag holder on it, or I'm carrying my belly band. Those are the only two that I use anymore. Something else is that when I go to the bathroom and I have to drop my pants and sit down, I don't have to take my holster off. That's one advantage I have with the belly band over a belt-supported holster, is that it stays right here. Women like to wear the holsters a little bit higher, so they can wear it up here. If you've got your jogging pants on or you're at the gym, whatever, this is underneath your clothes. Nobody sees it. It's just a great way to carry. So I'm just trying to save you a lot of time and a lot of money on my experience and what might work for you. If you want to get a really well-designed belly band holster, go to ldsprepper.com/bellyband. Belly holster. ldsprepper.com/belly holster. You can get their holster. It doesn't cost anything. Boy, I have that off now, and I just feel naked. I got all my tools right here, so it's not on my body. It's right here. But anyway, so take a look at that. If you're considering carrying a firearm concealed, I highly recommend a belly holster. The advantage of having a kind of a belt clip in the waistband type of holster, this is a hybrid between a leather and Kydex, is that it's a rigid shell. So when I go back to holster this, the shell is already open. Okay, so it's easy to holster quickly. As you saw, I had several firearms I'd put into this belly band and had no problem holstering. So, belly band is, in my opinion, is a great way to go. It's how my daughter carries, it's how my son carries, it's how I carry. It's very, very practical. You could get, there is also in the links below, and in the waistband holster, this is another option, and it holds several different size guns. You can modify the holster. It shows you on the order page how to get it. Again, they're sending to you at no cost. So why are these people giving you these equipment? Obviously, they have other things they want to sell to you. Maybe the first one's free, and you can get the second one at half off, something like that. But none of these cost anything other than shipping. If you want to get other items on their website, that's what they're hoping. This is kind of like their lost leader, and they want you to be impressed by the quality and the service. So they're going to take really good care of you. And I wouldn't recommend them to you if I didn't think that was a good offer. If you're looking for inside the waistband holster like this, you can get this one here. It has a clip. It's ambidextrous, goes either way. It's another nice thing about a belly band. It's ambidextrous also. I'm left-handed. You just order one, and it's either it'll go for either left-handed or right-handed, just with the same belt. So if you're looking for an in the waistband belt, so you don't like the belly band idea, and you want something that clips onto your belt, then I would recommend you go to ldsprepper.com/IWB holster and get yourself one of these at no cost. Along with that, depends on what your thought process is, but I'd rather have one more extra round on me than I need than one less than what I needed. And so I always carry an extra magazine. And so I also have a link down there. I found a very good quality inside the waistband magazine holder. So take advantage of that. Order that there too. All right, let's take a look at a couple ways that my wife carries. And this is a fanny pack. Let me just move the camera again so you can see. She and I both went to concealed carry training, and the question is how do I carry? She decided that she liked either the fanny pack. Let me see if I can get this here. There we go. Or the purse. So let me just show you this. This is also left or right. You can do it either left or right. Right here. You zip it up, either left or right, depending on if left or right-handed. She's right-handed, so you'd come over, you'd grab this little tag sticking out, and you just pull this forward, and there is the handgun right there. So then she can draw the handgun, and she's, ready to go. Same thing happens, you just zip it the other direction if you're left-handed. So, also she keeps her wallet in here and lip balm and other things in these other pockets here. So it's right here in front of you. It's easy to protect. That's why I like carrying appendix, because my hands are in here. They're not back here. I'm not trying to grab something from behind me. Everything's right here. Just reach over, grab this little tag. You can also just grab the zipper and go like that. But this tag here actually opens up the whole bag just like that. So this is a more expensive leather one. I have a link we're at ldsprepper.com/fanny pack. You can get a canvas one and carry everything that you need inside of there. In addition to that, she also has, this is her backup purse, and this has a pocket in here for a firearm. And it also has a lock on it. You can see that there is a lock here. We have grandkids around, and so she can lock this up here so nobody can get into it, but she can pull that down, reach in, pull out a firearm, and she has this slung over her shoulder and neck. Anyway, so a couple different options. If you're looking for possibly a fanny pack option in a canvas material, go to ldsprepper.com/fanny pack. I spent so much time finding these offers for you that didn't cost you anything, because on the counter here, I just have a lot of money spent in self-defense items and so forth. So you can get started and kind of learn how you want to do this in a much less expensive way. All right. Another thing I mentioned, my little LCP. This is my backup gun. I used to carry this in my pocket in a holster like this. I stopped using this holster because I added the laser to it, and it doesn't fit all the way through. One thing that's very important about a holster is that it needs to cover the trigger. So I no longer use this because it doesn't fit in here because of the light. When I didn't have the laser on here, it would slide all the way in. But anyway, I would carry this in my pocket. But now this is my ankle backup. And so if you're considering, if you have a small firearm like this and you want an additional backup, go to ldsprepper.com/ankle holster. Again, all these links are down below this video, and take a look at that. That's another one. I really like that one because it actually has a support strap. It goes not only around your ankle, but higher up on your calf, And so it's very solid. It's not going to flop around. No one's going to notice it. A lot of police officers carry an ankle backup, especially if you're down on the ground and you're wrestling somebody, and you can't get to your primary firearm. You can grab that as a backup. So something to consider there. I think I already mentioned the mag holster, the in the belt inside the waistband mag holster. So you can get that on the links below. And one of my favorite things actually is a range bag. All right, so you've got some firearms and you need to go to the range because you need to practice. Well, there is a killer deal. This is a gift from my son. This is my range bag. I found, actually, no offense to my son, a better bag, absolutely free. It's like $15 shipping. And it's awesome. It's a $45 bag, $50 bag. And this allows you to put all your extra magazines in there. I carry tape. I carry my targets. Matter of fact, when you order this bag, they'll actually send you some really nice targets. Just the cost of the targets alone would cost the same amount as shipping. I put my ear protection in here, tape, my ammunition, pens, markers, everything goes in this bag. One nice thing about having a range bag, this is a pistol range bag, is that you have everything in one spot. You can just grab it, and if you need to get out of Dodge and you need to do that fast, I just keep this supplied so everything is right there, and so I can just grab that bag and take off. So that's kind of the hardware of what I wanted to share with you that you can get for free. They just charge you the shipping price, and you can figure out if that works for you. Okay, if you want an inside the waistband holster, if you want a belly band, or if you want a self-defense stun gun flashlight. Everybody, I really think everybody should have one of these tactical pens. The knife is a great quality knife. So instead of spending hundreds or thousands of dollars like I've done here, get yourself equipped. I know money's tight, and get yourself some good equipment. Now, hopefully what they want you to do is when you're there, buy an extra one for your spouse, or buy some for your kids and so forth. So they understand the deal. This is just cheaper for them to give away a quality product than it is to spend millions of dollars on advertising. And so they understand that. If you're like me and you just buy one and you get it free and you just pay the $15 shipping or whatever it is, they're perfectly happy with that too. There are a couple other items that I want to bring to your attention also that are free, and those are a couple books. One of them is called The First 72 Hours. So what you can expect to happen in 72 hours and what you need to do to be prepared for that. Again, this is all about being prepared, and so that it's an event, not an emergency. I highly recommend that book. There's a link down below. You can go to, let's see, do I have a link for you? Yeah, ldsprepper.com/72 hours. That's a free book. It's actually mail it to you. It's a physical book. And you can also get the Great Reset book at no cost. Just go to ldsprepper.com/reset book. And I also have a link down below on my video on how to protect your food storage from others. And another video that I put up in 2014 that covers a lot of this information. Is called 6 Keys to Protecting Yourself and Your Home. There's another link down there for the YouTube video there. So let me get over to the comments and see if you guys have questions. I know I covered a lot of material here. My goal is just to help you guys get as prepared as possible, and while you're kind of figuring out what works for you, not to spend a lot of money like I have. It's just an insane amount of money that I've spent, and so just trying to help you guys out here. Okay. Let's see, any questions? Let's see. Again, on the flashlight, because I was demonstrating and I had the safety off, and so kind of startled me. Just keep the safety on when you're using it as flashlight, and you're good to go. Belly band, I highly recommend that if you have any kind of a firearm. You know, some of these guns are, you know, a couple $100. Some of them are, you know, over $1,000. You can spend $100, $150 on a holster very easily, and then you change your mind on the holster. You change your mind on the gun. You got to buy another holster. A belly band is just a great way to figure out what you want to do first, or just that's after all the money I've spent. That's how I carry, either with a belly band or that the inside the waistband holster that I showed you. Okay. The link for the range bag, Randy asked, is, let me go back to my list here. It's ldsprepper.com/range bag. Awesome range bag. I mean, I've seen lots of range bags when I'm at the range. This is a high quality range bag, something that you will really enjoy and use for years. I just don't ever see it wearing out. Again, all the links for these items are below this video. Okay. I think that's it, everybody. Thank you for being here. Unless there's some more questions that pop up, we'll stop here. Unfortunately, I never wanted to cover this information on this channel, but it just kind of makes sense to cover this now as things are kind of changing in the society right now. So get yourself protected. Don't spend a lot of money doing it, and get trained. Now, we spent a lot of money on firearms, but we've spent a lot of money, and hundreds of hours, a lot of time in training. There's a great link to a couple links to how to use this tactical pen training videos that I've linked down below on my other video on 6 keys to keep yourself safe. I've got a link down there on training on how to use that. So get yourself prepared. Share this with other people so they can be prepared. Do some practicing. Practice daily. Be in a aware mode. Be always in code yellow. Because when you're in code white, that's when you're a target. Make sure that you understand this color code here, that you're aware, then you're alert to a possible danger, then you see that it is an actual danger, and then you engage. There's another version of this that says the black is not engage, it's you freeze up. And the reason why you would freeze up is because you don't have the training. So get yourself trained. Training costs money, so I haven't covered training here, but what's your life worth? What's your spouse's or your children's life worth? Is it worth a few dollars a month to get trained? And I think it is. Like I mentioned in previous videos, we bought lifetime memberships for our children and their spouses to Front Sight firearms training in Nevada. And we've gone there many, many, many times. And we've taken night training, we've taken long rifle training, we've taken AR training, we've taken empty hand training, we've taken edge weapons training. They've got rappelling, shotgun training, all kinds of different training there. And it's a one-time lifetime membership. If you're interested in that, I can get you more information. But for us, it's highly worth it. Thank you for being here. I don't see that we have any more questions. Be safe, be prepared, and enjoy life. You'll enjoy life more as you're alert and you're in color yellow and just seeing what's going on around you. And you may be able to help others and protect yourself from danger too. This is David Gilmore, LDS Prepper, reminding you, if ye are prepared, ye shall not fear. Have a great weekend. Share this video. Help everybody else get prepared and save money at the same time.